Mic check. Check 1, 2, 3.
Check.
Check,
Check,
1, 2,
check.
3.
Check. 1, 5, 6.
Evening, gentlemen. Or it's still daylight here, I guess. Daylight here where you are. We're all on the west coast-ish, kinda. Scott's a little bit inland. Welcome to episode 11, I think, of the Random Selection Show. How you guys doing?
Hot.
Hola.
Hot?
Ready to go.
hot.
Yeah, it is warm. It's even warm here in Seattle.
Oh, I see your tabular thing is chunked out a little bit there.
My what?
Scott and I are a little tiny
Oh.
compared to your little wedgie.
I-
Your
I-
wedgie.
I think both of you have gotten to choose. I haven't had the opportunity to
Huh?
choose yet.
Ah,
Yeah, let's expand that.
where's the bankrupt spot?
Bankrupt. It's all over. It's ASL. Bankrupt
Free
all
trip
over the wheel.
The whole fucking wheel's a
Yep,
bankrupt.
it's all bankrupt.
Oh
Yep,
my god,
yep.
that's fucking
Do
that's
not
funny.
pass go. Go straight to jail.
Or it's a free ASL for life on there.
Oh my god.
Stu said
if
he'd
they
spring
produce
for it.
anything. Oh yeah, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it all. I just bought my lotto tickets today. I'm gonna win, you sons of bitches.
Nice. Cool. How about some quick updates, Stu? Anything?
I watched. I was watching a little bit of You guys talked about campaign games last week, so I watched a
Mhm.
couple. Jabo play a couple campaign games on this line, and I was watching. One of them was Stone Heights. I won't go into the detail, but just the maps. Just in terms of the maps, I was enjoying watching what it was doing and seeing the frustrations of the players. And I noticed the map. It's like, well, why can't you just bypass here, here, and here? And then I whip out the actual map, and all of that shit's like connected by woods, and so it's like whoever created the map didn't even bother to put those sections in there. It's like,
Oh, the vassal map?
that kind of affects the game a lot, especially since that game is like go up like double crests and up into woods and 5MF and all that shit. It's like, oh, you can just bypass here, here, and here because I was watching this game. And yeah, I don't know who's got their head up their asses, but all you gotta do is look at the map and just connect the green line. But anyway,
I think we
I've
all
just
have
been,
our heads up our asses.
yeah, mine feels good. Like it's kind of massages all every once in a while.
Get that sphincter stretch.
Yeah, it kind of gets a little of that little moisture and grease kind of going through there. It keeps my health.
I don't know about anything about that.
So you need to put your head up your ass more often. That's why.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what I've been doing is just reviewing stuff and
Okay.
and checking out some TGs.
Scott.
I purchased the VASL rulebook.
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah.
I started reading the Blood.
Yeah.
So your
And
wallet's
I'm
like
How's that
20 pounds
going?
lighter.
excited.
What's that?
There's a lot to take in, but yeah, I'm excited.
Are you? I thought you would be.
A lot to take in. Yeah.
Yeah, I did the same. Well, I already had the eHazel, but I started reading it as well, and my brain melted a little bit.
Oh,
And because well, I was trying to wrap my head around landing craft and amphibians, right? Because there's a difference. And the amphibian section isn't in the landing craft section. It's a little section somewhere else, like D16, I think.
sounds right.
And then I'm looking at it, and I'm like, the Americans have some M4s, and I think some Stewarts. Like, how the hell do they get onto the beaches?
Oh,
Because you can't put a vehicle in an amphibian. Landing craft, if they're big enough, they can be in there, and they have to have a ramp. And then I'm digging deeper, and I'm like, apparently you can wade because the part of the map is inland, or
Shallow.
yeah, it's shallow. It's beyond the reef. It's right.
okay.
There's
Gotcha.
wading.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
So,
shit, huh? Wow.
like, I'm peeling back all these fucking layers. My brain's just kind of slowly oozing out of my head. And then there's air support and
Yeah.
all this stuff, and trying to figure out
Ouch.
which groups come on when and where, and they have to come in. I think the Marines, they can only have 2 or 3 groups the first campaign game turn.
Wow.
Yeah. Then the other ones have to wait till turn 3 or something. Yeah, there's a lot to absorb with Taro. But I've started it, and it sounds like Scott has too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I look at my Marines, and they're just sitting ducks, waiting or driving slowly across through the shallows with their amphibians or tanks to try to get to just getting blasted. But
like
I
hold
mean,
down in the water.
what's that?
Don't you like hold down in the water or some shit like that?
Yeah,
Like, I don't even know.
yeah.
At least
Yep.
there's that.
There's some rule
so.
about you have to get a turret hit, I think.
Oof, okay. All right.
But it's really slow going. Looks
Hmm.
like.
Well, I mean the Japanese, they have to get like 840 VP to win. So, and it's probably most of it's got to take place in the first couple turns
Well, at
before
least
they get on shore.
yeah, at least the however long it takes to get to the beaches, right?
Hmm.
Which I don't know how long that actually takes, until I actually play
Jesus
it.
Christ.
But
So
yeah,
if you lose like a platoon and a 9-1 leader, that's only 8 points. It's literally 1%
Yeah.
of your fucking VP. Platoon a second.
yeah.
1%.
Well,
you do 100 more times.
amphibians probably count for something. There's 60 amphibians,
Oh man.
and there's a bunch of M4s, but I don't know how much amphibians are worth. But I think they have they have armor and machine guns, so they might count for
Okay.
something. I think they have crew. I haven't flipped over to see if there's a crew survival, but
All right.
that's an opportunity to get points too. But yeah, the Japanese have to slaughter a lot of Marines, I think, which could happen. One other quick update, since you mentioned it, Stu. You mentioned bypass. This is Star Leader related.
Oh wow.
For the people who pine, me being one of them, for bypass being should have been in starter kit.
Yep.
We are adding bypass to Star Leader. Infantry bypass movement is going to be added.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice, to be honest.
Yeah, there was a debate in the playtest channel on Discord for the playtesters about it, and I think we all agreed it's a good idea to include it. And if it's going to be included, you need to do it now in the base game and not try to do it later. So
not later.
No,
not later.
No. So
nope.
That's cool. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to happen.
Good deal. Good deal.
But that's all I have for updates. Tarawa, brain melting, and a quick little bypass update for Star Leader, which is cool. You ready to do this?
Let's do it. I want to see a Neal choose.
Spin it.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Oh my goodness.
Maximize that window. Shuffle,
click,
shuffle,
click,
shuffle.
Click, click, click.
Here we go.
All right, come on, Scott. Let's give us some sounds.
My answer is I don't have the first damn clue.
Oh. Vassal as a tool.
As a tool.
As a tool.
Fucking tool.
Okay. Who goes first?
Oh, it's gonna be Scott, baby. Scott's got 50% of this pie.
Probably me.
Orange.
Oh, it's not me.
It's it.
Oh,
stop, Mitch. Stop. Oh, that's
Stu.
bullshit.
Stu.
Oh
Yeah.
Stu starts. Scott was sweating. I could feel it. Okay, Stu. Vassal as a tool. Not just a way to
take forever.
Play the game.
Well, take forever.
Stu hasn't started yet. Hold off on that. Just wait. Vassal, not as just a way to play the game, but what else can you use Vassal for? Take it away, Stu.
Well, I'm going to go right directly with you. I'm going to go the easy route, and I'm going to go help to get your AARs out as fast as possible. I'm talking about for the guys that like to write up like 60 pages of AARs. I think VASL tools and logs, specifically logs to get their AARs up and going. And then again, if they add their voices, and some guys, I bet they don't like to be, they're kind of nervous when they're kind of presenting material. I kind of was that way when I first started. It's like,
Oh yeah.
I don't want to fuck up and this, that, but in that case, I think there's a couple guys that have a voice surrogate. Let's call it a voice surrogate that they might use to overcome that. Because now, we're getting older, we're all creaking. Hell, if anything, get your wife or something like that to do it, and make it more appealing. You might get more views. Anyway, just I think it would be a nice tool into facilitating your personal AARs going out there, and you given the same, you could write your script and give the same information that you go have, but use the VASL logs as a direct replay, and that way you could follow the exact details you can do. And someone like me who looks and is critical and analyzes the game, I can analyze it as you casually go over it. I do that with your guys' logs. The logs that you guys have put up. I use it to learn. It's like, oh shit,
Tear it to
he did
pieces.
that, or he did that. I saw some guy the other day. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saw some guy the other day. He used a demo charge in the prep fire phase. It's like, oh, I never fucking see that. It's always move, place, get the fuck out, because no one wants to take the shot. I use it all the time in the advanced fire phase, but in the prep fire phase, it's like, that's I had to look that up, to be honest with you. So I learned something from that game. Never have done that. First of all, you don't usually survive, but
So using a demo charge in prep fire, I guess this is getting off topic. So like throwing it during prep fire, is that what you mean?
yeah, you toss it.
Right. Okay.
You just don't get the advanced fire
Yeah.
detriment as well. And demo charge, to be honest with you, 30, you're going to roll your 10 anyway. It's going to be like maybe a 1 check. I mean, who
Speak for
gives a shit?
yourself.
Yeah. So, but I think, in something like that, just a basic AAR. I mean, again, I'm just taking it from the more simplistic, maybe more useful tool in just getting your stuff out there and enjoying it and seeing a replay. I'd love to see more AARs like on the Scenario Archive, and using VASL would be a perfect tool for that, to seeing a replay. I hear like, going back to Jabo, he's saying, I've this scenario is like 0 for 6, and how the hell's, where the Germans won 1 of 8, how the hell's that German win the game? Well, you don't know unless you can watch the people's games. And using VASL and creating logs from that and uploading them quite easily. The logs are very small. It takes 4-5 clicks of your mouse to generate a full log. And that can solve the problem for people that get frustrated at a game. Or you say, hey, that game is way the fuck unbalanced, but let's check out these 8 logs, and then you can do some more diligence and analysis and say, oh, that's not that bad. Maybe the guys have bad dice or whatever. But simply put, create logs, upload them, and you can narrate them like you guys have done in your real time videos when they came out, and you get to see exactly how it progresses, and it's very interesting. So,
Scott, or do you want me to go?
Go ahead.
I've got a long list where to start. So
wait, click it, Scott.
I'll try
I'm trying.
hit the take forever if I take forever.
Where is it? I don't know where it is. There's
Take forever.
Yeah, so I am a huge proponent. Well, first, for people who maybe have stumbled across this video or podcast, VASL. We're not talking about VASL engine, the gaming engine that allows you to play modules on, and one of them is the VASL module, which is a virtual advanced squad leader. Allows you to play advanced squad leader online against people anywhere in the world. Okay. But I'm a big proponent of, I log every game that we play. And I even logged the Star Leader game that we played the other day, right?
Cool.
And because you can use the log, like you said, for many reasons. One is I sometimes use it to create a video. I have a recording of the entire game. I mean, I can take a video of the game, but with a log file, I can step through every step. It'll show
Right.
every die roll, every line of sight check. It'll show everything that was done, and I can take snippets of that. Something important happened or something that's teachable, right? And you can use a snippet to make a video as a learning tool to help starter kit and other people learn ASL better. But one thing I considered is people have a lot of problem with advanced line of sight. And the boards, the vassal boards that are fully vassalized, meaning they have all the height information built into them, mostly the official MMP geometric boards.
Right.
If you want to learn the line of sight rules, that's a good way to do it, right? You can test yourself. You could just pull up a board, a complex board, and I forget there's a key that you can adjust the elevation of the hex you're checking from and to. It's a
Yeah, I don't know
hotkey.
what it is, but
I
yeah.
forget which key it is. You can look it up
Yeah.
in the help menu.
Control arrow.
Control arrow. There you go. Scott's on it. And you can check line. You can test yourself on line of sight. What's a line of sight from B7 to G3 or whatever, and you say, oh, it's blocked, and you can check it, and it'll tell you, boom, it's blocked in this hex because of this reason. The little
Right.
dialogue thing will pop up, right? So there's another learning opportunity of using Vassal as a tool. I have several others, but I'm going to let Scott see if he wants to take one of those from me, and then we can circle back.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have both, or what both of you guys said is exactly right. I mean, for me, Vassal just allows you to play more. If it wasn't for Vassal, I probably wouldn't even be playing ASL, really. But like you say, you can play solo, save games. It's just everything about it's so convenient, and the log files are great. And yeah, I love Vassal.
One other thing you can do with it is, if you're a real stickler for knowing your dice, how your dice did, it'll spit out your dice stats, but if you play multiple games, it'll only spit out for that session. But if you create a log file through the whole game, append logs or reload a log and step through it and then keep playing, you can dump that into Vassal templates program, and you can dump the log into there and do a dice analysis, and it'll do a full. And you can see it at the end of some of our videos. We do a dice bot analysis, and it'll show you distributions. Where you did good, where you got fucked, where the sniper smoked you, and it'll lay it all out. And I know as squad leader players, ASL players like to bemoan, they may have lost or won because of the dice. This will actually kind of show you sometimes when it's blatantly obvious that the dice bot was, as Scott says, off its meds. But it allows you to pick away, and you can look at overall distributions and say, oh, my average was 6.9 or whatever.
Right.
But you can also break it down, and it'll say, oh, but these 3 rolls, this infantry fire table, snake eyes, this sniper, whatever, were really impactful. Not just as distribution, but
Right.
it can. Scott, what's the term you say? It's not. it's when it happens, not how often it happens. Something like that. Something you say.
Yeah, it's not what it's not what you roll, but when you roll.
Yeah,
it,
that right.
Not, I mean,
Right.
Yep.
Your average on our average usually works out pretty good, but it's when you're rolling like crap when you really need to roll good. That you get fucked.
And using a log file and analyzing it, it'll show you those points. It'll say overall, yeah, you were fine, but these 3 things screwed you, right? Which happens. It happens in ASL. It happens all the time.
Yeah, you guys have showed the peaks and valleys. Like, I mean, Scott will like have like 8s and 9s, and he'll be like way the hell up on the chart, and then Neal would be fucking dice and 3, 4, 5, 6 below, and you hit 3 or 4 of those in a row, and guys are breaking and shit. And then yeah, it's pretty cool. I still haven't gotten it to reload back up. I just get frustrated with it. The template is such a good tool,
It is a pain
but
in
I
the
can't get it
ass
to fucking work.
because every time there's a new VASL version,
Oh
a new
god.
module version, right?
Yeah.
You have to configure. Nothing's automatic. You have to go into the VASL templates and configure the paths to point to the new one. But even
Ugh.
then, sometimes they won't be compatible, and you have to wait for the guy to update it. It's
Yeah.
kind of finicky and kind of a pain,
That
but
would
it has
be
some nice
nice.
features in it.
Yeah, really good features. Really good features. And going along with that, the feature I think one of the features that I like, which can really benefit a lot of players, and I was hoping that the VASL templates would be much more streamlined. But when they first put the vehicle images in it, and like all the depletions and shit like that, so it was very useful for that to be in the game. And that way, I mean, yeah, you could look it up yourself, but those are quick and dirty. At least you're halfway there for people that don't even actually peruse chapter H. They just kind of play the game. But they have most of the notes on there, and that's another wonderful. It's not necessarily VASL, but it is a template VASL,
Yeah.
and it just enhances it even more so. And like you say, you guys use that dice analyzer all the time, and that's like the great equalizer. It's like, okay, yeah, I lost the game, but where did I lose it? And
Right. It'll usually
that's
tell
going
you.
even above and beyond what I would go for. It's like, oh, right here, my opponent really thrashed me on turn 2, and I couldn't recover for that, and that was pretty much the game at that point. So, yeah.
The
But
thing about VASL templates is you mentioned the vehicle and ordnance images and information. Some people don't realize this, but for your opponent to see those, there's an option you need to set so that the images get loaded from a server.
right.
Otherwise, it's loading from your hard drive, and your opponent doesn't have a link to your hard drive, so they'll disappear as broken images. So if you're using VASL templates, which is a good tool for VASL as a tool, make sure
Right.
you find that option to click get images from server. I forget what it's called. Somewhere in the configuration.
I hadn't even thought about this, but with all the updates and all the other bullshit that sometimes goes on in VASL and all jacks up, I wouldn't mind the templates being incorporated directly into the VASL model.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's possible, but I think
It might
it's
be. I think it's
nice. And that way it's automatic. That way you don't have to put in all that bullshit data all the time. And I literally have copied your screen and just like, oh, this is like, it's working for him on this. Why can't I get it to go? And I just get frustrated. I used to have it
I
up
think
all
it's
the time,
mostly
but
JavaScript. So
yeah. So
and I think VASL is all mostly JavaScript.
yeah.
My table scripts is mostly JavaScript.
Hmm.
And someone mentioned about integrating my VASL tables into VASL templates, which is probably doable, but that's as far as it got. But all that could probably be somehow, I mean, I'm not an expert programmer. It could probably be folded into it to make, VASL even more useful as far as information or more bling, adding more
what would be really
tracking
awesome
and all that stuff.
would be really awesome. I'm only doing this because I've been doing some a little bit of Excel for work. This a little bit higher up is linking it to the archive, because the archive can pull the turns down, pull the combatants and things like that down, and like you just put in scenario whatever from whatever freaking source, and it will bang out your thing in 2 seconds.
Templates can do that.
Yeah.
But it's not in VASL, you know what I mean? But yeah,
Right.
linking VASL to archive But as soon as you do that, you have to ensure that or the archive is going to be around for,
Right.
because
Right.
as soon as it vanishes, that functionality stops working.
Right.
But that would be
Right.
cool.
That would be pretty swift. That'd be pretty swift. There's enough players out there. If everyone donates 50 cents a month to getting that shit done, I mean, you got 3,000 players. It's $1,500 a month. And to help at least fund the hours of some of these guys that want to do it. But anyway, kind of getting off topic. But yeah, I mean,
Any
the
other
LOS is great.
any other ways to use Vassal as a tool, as a
Uh,
learning tool, gaming tool, teaching tool, whatever?
I use it. Obviously I have to use it in Tactical Tuesday all the time, and we would just pull up situations, just put it, throw the map out, scenario map out, and we could pull whatever situations we want to generate in terms of questioning and teaching concepts. Well, God, I can't remember his name. Damn it. Ireland. I don't want to say Pat, but Ireland. He passed away just a couple of years ago. He would set up a huge number of one-on-one SK sessions with people for like an hour, and kind of be teaching the game. I think his name's Pat Ireland. Forgive me if I've got it wrong. I just don't remember. I know it's Ireland's name, but he would do one-on-one sessions. I'd see him doing sessions on VASL all the time, and that kind of gave me the idea of Tactical Tuesday. It's like, why just one? Let's get 10 guys,
Right.
15 guys in here and get all these and kill 15 birds with one stone instead of having to repeat, because all the questions are going to be repeated anyway. It's like, how do you do this? How do you do that? And it worked. It worked out really well for SK. I just haven't done it in quite some time, but
Yeah.
I use a tool and it's perfect for that.
Someone mentioned a comment on one of our random selection show videos that seeing us talking weekly about ASL makes them miss your Tactical Tuesdays. I forget who posted that, but just thought I'd pass that on.
Well, I'm sorry. I'll try to hit it up again. I've got I got the basic. I can't remember the fucking name of the basic. What's the name of that stupid magazine came out?
Basic training.
Basic.
Pretty basic.
Basic training. God, I can't remember. But yeah, I'm gonna fire up one of those videos for one of those scenarios, and a little bit more stuff comes out, adds a little bit to it, and yeah, it was great. It was a great time working with those guys, and just haven't had the time lately, or the inclination per se. But a lot of great guys in that group,
Yeah.
and it worked out really well. And some nights we had a whole bunch of guys, and other nights we had just a couple. But doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter as long as one person shows up, and we're good to go. And we go. You get the whole session. Essentially, it turns into a Patrick Ireland. I think his name is Patrick Ireland. There's a Patrick Ireland session for an hour. You cover whatever you want. We could do the same thing with ASL, but that is, that's a whole nother ball of wax, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I would love to do it for ASL, but maybe one of these expert players coming out of the World Board Gaming Championships will generate something like that with their hour-long sessions that someone gets to win or some bullshit.
Yeah, but it'll be a private session, right?
Right. Why?
Yeah. I mean,
why? Why? Why
hypothet-
MMP?
Yeah, hypothetically,
Why?
if I won it, right, I would film it and make it a learning session for everybody. But
yeah, well, I know why it's a private session, but I won't go into the comments, so it's not part of this. But yes, you would have to use VASL. But
we can talk about anything Vassal at this point.
Yeah.
Teach whatever. But I have a question for you guys.
All right.
So I think Vassal is amazing. The Vassal module. And I don't know if you guys know, maybe you know this, but the Vassal engine, there was no Vassal engine before, right? All there was
Yeah.
was Vassal.
It was Vassal, right? No.
Right. So all the modules that are available for the Vassal engine has ASL to thank for it.
Yep.
Because the Vassal engine, that entire gaming system that you can play anything from Monopoly to Advanced Squad Leader on, was born from Vassal because Vassal got too big and they pulled it apart and made the virtual Advanced Squad Leader module, and then the Vassal engine, which came from that they kind of split it.
Right.
And now everyone can put their own modules in, all these other war games and board games and Starfleet battles, everything. There's hundreds and hundreds of modules that can thank Vassal for this. But my question is, there seems to be a lot of players that are really resistant to using Vassal, and their claim is, "Oh, I don't want more screen time." What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a real reason? Because it's such an amazing tool and utility to connect people and play the game.
Go ahead, Scott.
I don't know. Yeah, I've seen people comment that all the time. They say, "Well, I spend my whole day in front of the computer," and I mean, I get that, and I wouldn't mind playing with actual components too, but you just can't. Vassal has too for it. You can't just totally dismiss it. You should be able to do both. I don't.
I'll compare that to let's say you got a obviously fairly attractive wife, but you're a bartender at a strip club, and you see these women around, or a gynecologist or whatever the case may be.
Where are we going?
And you see this all day. It's like, well, I'm tired of this shit. I don't take my work home, but you got a beautiful wife at home, and she needs the attention. So,
Are you serious?
are you not going to do something you enjoy there at home? You've worked around that shit all day. I mean, that's the argument that I have against that. Well, I work on a computer all day. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
good. Well, now you get to go home, work on a computer, and actually do something you like
Yeah.
to do,
Yeah.
instead of what you have to do. So.
Right.
I understand their argument, but if you don't have a lot of face-to-face guys, you're fucked. You're shit out of luck, dude.
Right.
And Basil, there's a 1,000 guys supporting it now. I've been around Vassal since it's been out, so I've seen.
I
don't know how
remember
long
when it
you
was
guys.
rough. When it first
It
came out.
was like
It was
fucking
rough.
squares, 2-bit computing power, and all this
yeah.
other shit. It was nasty, but guess what? We still got boners for it. It was it was fun. It was something you could do on the internet because nobody had any players, or play solo or whatever. And then it developed and developed and developed. And I remember the time you were discussing all the games for Vassal. I remember the time there weren't any games. There wasn't any other bullshit that you
Right.
see on servers open. And then all of a sudden, I guess it's when they split and all these other people started developing all these other games, the old Avalon Hill games, et cetera, et cetera. And now you have thousands upon thousands of games on Valve.
Yeah.
Most of them aren't played, but you do have guys that can develop them, which is very useful, especially because most of those are turn-based games. Russian campaign, like move on my guys, send it to you. You could burn through a game like crazy. But
that's another good thing for log files. Not necessarily
Yeah.
for ASL.
log
Original
files is-
Squad Leader works, or BCS works great, but it's another good tool.
And so, and then you've got, you got a lot of guys work on it. And, Rodney Kinney was the initiator behind all this. I'm not sure how big his crew was back then. Maybe he did it alone. I have no clue. That was 30 years ago by now. But I know for a fact that without Vassal, fucking MMP's got nothing. No one's buying that shit because no one's face to face. And
Let's save that for another topic because it is on the
Yeah.
wheel.
Did
Did Vassal save ASL? I think is the title. Let's save that.
well, we all know the answer to
Let's
that.
not
shit,
go-
so,
Yes, I'm serious. Let's not go down there.
But if you got a face-to-face group, a lot of guys will do Vassal for play by email. I've kind of noticed that a lot. Some will do like regular face-to-face play, but on Vassal. But a lot of people don't have that crowd. I mean, you're up in the metropolitan area. There are guys around there, but sometimes you can't. Your schedule doesn't allow that to happen. And I'm in the middle of nowhere. Scott's in the middle of nowhere. I'm not
we're all
driving
spread
3
out.
hours.
Even
I'm not
even
driving
in
3 hours
cities,
every weekend. Yeah.
spread out. There's,
Yeah.
maybe in some urban areas there's a concentration, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Like the two half
if I
squads,
wanted
right?
to play, I'd have to play somebody face to face from the looks of the map. I'd have to, drive all the way to Seattle, right? Which is pain in the ass, right? Seattle's a
Mm,
pain. And then drive all the way home. I mean, I'm making
right.
excuses, but Vassal is don't have to worry about that. You can
Right.
connect. You could even do video if you like this. Just have it. You could have it on another screen if you're running two monitors, and you can see your buddy or whatever.
Right.
Do you think the people saying that they don't want more screen time is real or an excuse for something else? Meaning
Mm,
they fear the technology, they fear playing actually
yeah.
playing another person because a lot of people just like to do their solo thing, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I would think it's more fear. I gotta be honest with you. We're old farts. Not a lot of us have
Fear
worked with
of
computers.
everything or
They don't want to
technology?
have to learn something. They don't want to have to screw everything up. I mean, you've got that great series of how to deal with VASL. You've got
That's
like
why I
20,
did
30
them to
videos
get
in that shit.
yeah.
So you watch that, you're pretty much a pro compared to, some of these guys that, they don't know how to, whatever. But go through those very simple, 5-minute videos or whatever case may be.
Well,
Watch it
they're longer
over,
than that, but yeah, go ahead.
yeah, watch it over 1 or 2 weeks or something like that. And it's like anything else, if you pop up a new game, and that's kind of what I do. Is I don't play a lot of new games that come out because like, ah, damn, I gotta get down, the finger contraptions and all the different combinations and this that. I mean, I don't know any of the shortcuts in VASL half the time,
Yeah.
but I don't need to know them, right? You just click and drag. I mean, I'm just like a caveman, just click and drag that shit. But yeah, I think not one to have to learn new shit. I mean,
What do you think, Scott? If there's a hidden
Yeah, I
reason.
think, well, it's possibly, yeah. I mean, I'm sure a lot of them that make that comment, they probably don't want to spend any more time in front of a computer, but I think part of them too just don't want to try and learn it. But, I mean, I know basically nothing about computers, and I was able to figure it out, so it's not that hard.
Yeah, if you want to play ASL, not solo, you want to play ASL against other people, you have to sit down and learn Vassal, and there are lots of resources out there. Not just my videos. Sure, there's others out there. I don't know, Stu. Have you ever done videos on how to use Vassal, the mechanics of it?
no, I
Not
don't do
sure.
any training. All my almost all my videos are like strategy and
Okay.
tactics and shit. None of them are tutorial based,
Yeah. So
honestly.
I created that series. I started it, I think, around COVID time because I was
Mm,
relearning it or learning it better. So I made those videos, and you don't have to watch all of them. I think if you just watch to the install,
yeah,
how to set up a scenario and how to connect to the server, that's about all you need. The rest of it is kind of advanced
yeah,
topics that you don't really need. But I encourage people who are afraid of Vassal or using Vassal as a tool just to watch a few of those videos, and you'll be able to hop right in and start playing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it could be daunting for some people that don't really use the computer, and that walks you right into it. To be honest with you, I mean, I've watched other stuff and I know how to use it. It's like this is solid shit, because something that we think is obvious, it's like how do I load a file? How do I and it's just
Yeah.
you click here, go look for there. It's like a little short, like an Excel video, how to do this, how to do X lookup in Excel or some crap like that. And
And,
so step by step guide, 4 or 5 minutes. It's simple, and
yeah.
that's if it works, man, it works, baby.
I need to remember that, and Scott and I talk about this sometimes, is I've worked with computers since I was probably 18, work and hobby.
Hmm.
I spent all my time doing design work on computers and work and presentations, all kinds of bullshit, gaming. So computers to me is like second nature at this point. I can fix them, I can build them, right? I can need to remember when I'm talking about this about, oh, that's easy. That for some people it may be completely foreign to them, and I
Oh yeah.
gotta remember that
Mm,
when I talk
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, the people that pay $80 to have Best Buy put in RAM for them.
Yeah. Scott, get
Yeah.
your ass down there to Best Buy. Get some RAM
Yeah,
in your
get some RAM in there.
laptop.
Well, yeah,
Scott. Yeah.
I'll do that. I'm gonna drop my computer off this week
Oh, are you?
for RAM.
Nice.
But yeah, it's very, it opens it up, and it makes your gaming much more enjoyable. And the best part about it is cleanup. You don't have to have your stupid ass cat jump on your stuff or dust. You know, when I
Right.
first did VASL
Yeah.
play by email, I'd have like 5 or 6 games set up. I would have like a terraced setup with all my games, and then that's when you actually just showed your move E5, D7, the play by email mail, not like VASL. So dust was all over the place. That's a pain in the ass. VASL eliminates cleanup.
Before I forget, that just reminded me. VASL is a tool. ASL Journal and Annual and now Basic Training Magazines having series replay. It's just a log file.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a log file that nobody
Just a
read.
log
I've
file.
never read one because I'm not going to read through that and then take all my components out and set them up and try to move through it.
Right.
Just load a log file into VASL and hit page down.
Yep.
It's the same thing. It shows you all the dice rolls. If something breaks, it gets flipped over. It's the same thing, but it doesn't require that much effort.
Yeah.
To
MMP
go
and those
through it.
guys need to just do what we do with our log files. Store the log file on their MMP site, which they probably don't want to have to pay the extra storage thing. But do it, link it to their magazines, and they can go back throughout all history and do them. And guess what? They'll sell more magazines, and more shit like that. It's
Yeah.
And you can have more discussion. And just or here's the log file, and just read the freaking magazine as you go through the log. I mean,
I think the problem with
I
that,
don't get it. I don't freaking get it, dude.
I think I understand it because I tried to, for the basic training routing article,
Mm.
I had setup files for those routing, so people could, I
Right.
had the link in the article that we submitted, and I
Right.
had the file on my website, and I said you could move it to your website if you want, right? It's a setup file for VASL, and people could use the VASL file to do the route examples, just step through it as they read through it, and they didn't want to do that, and I think it's because MMP doesn't want to be officially linked to VASL, even though they used it. You see, they talk about it all the time, but it seems like a weird reason, but I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But yeah, I agree. They should use that as a tool to help people learn the game and approach the game.
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
I mean, I'm
I
sure
don't
there's some sort of bullshit legality behind it, but
Maybe.
guess what? I don't know.
Let's do time's up, by the way.
Yep.
I sounded the air horn. Let's do closing thoughts. Let's start with Scott. VASL. Anything
well,
about
like
VASL?
I said, I mean, if it wasn't for VASL, I love it. I mean, it's great. I mean, it just allows me to play so much more and play with people from all over the world and do play by email games and not with ASL really, but other games. And I mean, it's just great. I mean, you can start a huge campaign game, even if you're playing it solo or whatever, and you can just load it in VASL, play a little bit whenever you want, and then save it. And I mean, if you've got a huge house with a dedicated game room that you can lock up,
Yeah. Yep.
Use the actual component. But
I do not. You done, Scott?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think consensus here is that we all love VASL, both for playing and analyzing and creating content to teach other people. And I just want to say I'm looking forward to playing Blood Reef Tarawa on VASL and not using real components. There, I said it. I understand the appeal of using real components, but for some of these campaign games, I think it would make it that more challenging.
Right.
I guess I'm getting old and just seeing everything laid out on the monitor and just hitting save
Stressful.
and I'm done.
Yeah.
Boom.
The
Good.
stress is gone, dude.
So yay, Vassal.
You have to worry about your animals or you or somebody knocking over your giant stack of
Yep.
whatever. So,
Last
but
word,
yeah,
Stu.
like you said, we all appreciate VASL, all the people that put their time and effort into it tirelessly. I bitch all the time about VASL, but that's just me. I like, if I didn't bitch about it, I wouldn't give a shit about it. So, that's all there is to it. Is
Yeah,
something that
you bitch about it, but you use it all the time because you
yeah,
want
I
it to
use
be
it all
better.
the time. I just
Yeah.
know that it could be better and
Right.
this, that, and the other. And there's lots of great stuff. None of my content would be out there without VASL. Again, exactly like I said, I'm not sure that I would put stuff on a board and move it around. That would be that would exceed the prep time. I mean, you would definitely, that'd be a second job. I mean, we spend enough time on it, by just doing videos, and that's not without any pieces on the board.
Yeah, making
So,
videos with real components is time consuming, even
yeah, that
more
would
so
be
than VASL.
that would be 2 or 3 times
Yeah.
easy.
Yep.
But we appreciate all the VASL guys. Again, people have very thin skins when I speak about VASL, but all I know is, it's a huge tool. It saved the hobby for many guys for many decades playing a game they love for 40 years. And without it, I know I'd be out of this. My shit would be gone. I'd be just playing Euros or Monopoly or Chutes and Ladders and shit like that.
Shoot,
But
Candyland.
but instead, I get to waste my time watching other guys' videos as in do, and then enjoying the game through them for the times I don't get to play. And I think a lot of guys do that. And Neal's got a bazillion videos and extremely useful tutorials. It's huge. It's a priceless resource, Neal's site. I mean, it's all there's to it. It's
Well,
freaking priceless.
Take forever.
Let's give a round of applause for VASL.
Yay. Click that button, Scott.
Thank
Goddamn.
you.
Faster,
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah, seriously, thanks to all the guys that work on VASL. We love it, and yes, we can be critical of it, but like Stu said, it's because we want it to be better and we use it all the time. That's all. That being said, fix all your bugs in 6.70. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You
All right.
can't handle the truth.
Yes, speaking truth right there. I'm not the only one that said that. I see it all the time.
No, I didn't say shit.
Yeah. All right. That's a wrap. Say goodbye, gentlemen.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Bon voyage, motherfucker.
Job's done.
Get to the chopper!
If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like what you saw, thanks for watching, and let me know how I can do better. See you in the next video.